Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another new video on the channel. Today, we are talking about episode 100 of Boruto. Holy crap, 100 episodes. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. The episode itself for episode 100 wasn't episode level. Like, I feel like it should have been. But then again, I don't remember what episode 100 was for the original Naruto anime, so it probably wasn't anything all that great. Because I think it was like in the middle of filler, and by then, like the whole like Sasuke thing and like the Final Valley like fight already happened. So I don't remember. I actually don't remember. It's been a little bit since I've rewatched Naruto, and probably the same thing with Shippuden. But like I said, I don't really remember. But I still thought the episode was still very enjoyable. It kept my interest throughout the entirety of the episode, and once again, like I have been saying for like the past couple of episodes, this episode was very consistent. These last couple episodes like 98 and 99, like the past two episodes before this one, they have been very consistent. They've been very well written, or at least well written for the standards of the anime, and even the fight scenes have been very well animated as well. Like last week's episode, the fight with Konohamaru and Jugo, the fight was very well animated, and that really surprised me. And there's a little bit of a short fight in the episode that happens, and when I say short, I mean very short, between Jugo and Team 7, and then of course again later on in the episode with Team 15, and those two new characters whose names we don't know currently, but have the curse mark. The animation for the fights were actually very well done, and I was very surprised. I didn't think it was gonna be that well animated. And again, we're just back to we're on a consistent level that I feel like the series should be at. Besides power scaling needs to be reworked around for a few characters in the series. Cough, cough, mainly Boruto and his team, and even Sumide and her team in certain episodes that we're not going to name of. Because I forgot to mention also, by the way, at the beginning of the video, if I do end up coughing in the episode, if you didn't see my last episode, or not my last episode, but my last video that I posted on the channel, I have been sick over the past couple of days, and I'm feeling the best I've been so far, and I think I'm getting over it. Besides the cough. The cough is always the last thing that goes away whenever you're sick, so I'm trying to get over that, and I hope you can forgive me for maybe coughing a couple times in the video. So the episode starts off pretty much where I thought it was gonna like start off of, and it's basically Jugo and the others continuing to get these geese that have been infected with the curse mark, and Jugo's basically trying to get rid of them. But in the episode, in the first like 6 minutes or so, they actually have very good writing for these characters, specifically Boruto and his whole predetermined destiny, and how it's explained in the episode with the geese as an example. So in the episode, of course, we know, or in the arc itself, actually, we know that these geese have been attacking a nearby village, and they're infected by the curse mark. And these geese, can fly and they can migrate and yada yada. In the episode, we find a geese that has been, held by a group of humans. I forgot the word that they used. Domesticated. Yeah, I think that was what they said. We have a domesticated bird who can no longer fly, and Boruto sees the bird, and he's wondering why he can't fly, and yada yada. And then like the bird expert Tosaka, the guy's name, he's saying that he can't fly because of being a domesticated bird, and that his predetermined destiny is that he can't fly and that he'll never be able to migrate. Instead, he'll have to be around humans in order to properly migrate, unlike the other geese that are infected by the curse mark. And then Boruto has a really well-written character moment about how, why does it matter about predetermined destinies? Why does it matter about genes? Your genes don't determine your destiny, and the fact of having a predetermined destiny doesn't mean that you can't change it. But then Jugo then explains in the episode that that's not always the case, and it revolves around the characters and it's the same thing how it is in the real world, and even the world of Naruto, is that everyone has a predetermined destiny, a predetermined destination of sorts in certain cases, and trying to change it can only work in certain ways, and in other ways it just can't happen. So with the goose that's in the episode that can't fly, he already has his predetermined destination, and no matter how hard he works, that goose will never be able to fly, or the geese, whatever, the goose, right? Geese is plural for goose. Yeah, That's what it is. um, that goose will never be able to fly. Its predetermined destination has already been met, and it'll never be able to fly. It'll never be able to migrate, and no matter how hard it wants to try to fly, the goose will never be able to fly. Unlike with Boruto, where his predetermined destination has already been seen. We've seen his predetermined destination, and that's his battle with Kawaki, and the Age of Shinobi being the end. But Boruto, he understands that a destiny isn't determined by your genes and where you come from. It's determined by who you are as a person, and you can prevent that, but only to a certain extent. And I think it was a very well written moment in for the character of Boruto, and he's been pretty consistent for the last couple of weeks, and I'm actually really enjoying that. I'm really liking that, and I'm hoping the writing continues on the way it is for this character, so that way people could start liking him a lot more, because holy crap, a lot of people really hate this character. So that's about like the first 6 minutes of the episode, and that's pretty much like what it consists of. The rest of like the episode until like pretty much the end of the episode is basically them just trying to take care of the birds, get rid of the curse mark, blah blah blah, right? And then we get to the halfway mark, and Jugo, the geese are starting to get infected by the curse mark again. And we all know who that is. It's the guys over at the Land of River, and they actually make a more like big appearance in the episode. And of course, these are the antagonists of the whole arc itself, as we could already determine from the past like couple weeks or so. But Jugo's trying to go after these flock of geese, right? And then of course like he has a curse mark that he can't control, so of course he starts going under curse mark transformation. The whole like syringe like tranquilizer thing that Jugo has been injecting himself in, they don't have that anymore because those Land of River guys, they stole them, completely got rid of them, and they're just completely gone. Jugo goes under a curse mark transformation. We have a little bit of fight with Team 7 and Jugo, and it's looking pretty damn good for the solid like couple minutes that we got, and then he's gone. He starts rushing towards the village. Of course, he's about to kill some guy. And he doesn't die. The guy, Jugo, who attacked the guy, he doesn't die. He's fine. But Jugo then gets hit by a tranquilizer by those Land of River guys. And, of course, we see those two characters, those two new characters that attacked Team 15, Sumire and her team. We see those two, and they're from the Land of Rivers, as we can already pretty much tell, because they have a collar that allows them to activate a curse mark. And that's where we see that Sumire actually managed to get out of the fight, and she is okay, I guess. But Wasabi and Namida, Sumire's other teammates, they're infected by a curse mark. And the whole village pretty much hates, Boruto and the others, because Boruto and the others knew that Jugo had the curse mark, and Jugo would lose control of the curse mark, and that he'd become, this like monster kind of creature thing to these people, and he would attack the village. They didn't know that, the village didn't know that, but Boruto and the others knew that, and they didn't tell them, so they can't trust them. And of course that makes sense, but us as the viewer know that these Land of River guys are a bunch of assholes. So we see a flashback of Sumire and the others attacking these two new characters, again, whose names we don't know, or at least I don't know who their fucking names are. We see Namida and Wasabi get affected by the curse mark. Sumire is able to get out of danger because of Nue, and then pretty much the episode just kind of ends off with Boruto feeling like a little sad boy, and then that's pretty much it. It kind of just has to leave off into a cliffhanger until we get to see what happens next week, which hopefully something interesting happens. I say this like every week, like regardless if I think an episode's like really good or not. I always have like these predetermined like thoughts in my head, like, oh yeah, next week's episode isn't going to be that good, because like I've said before, the anime hasn't been very consistent, and I'm not used to the consistency of the episodes. And I'm glad that we're getting there. I'm really glad that we're getting there, but because I'm so used to the anime not being so consistent, it's throwing me off. And I'm like, what the hell? So, whatever. That's pretty much the entirety of the episode. Not a lot of other stuff happens, but I'm very excited to what we're going to see next week. Hopefully it's going to be pretty good. And yeah, anyways, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. If you are new, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'm gonna get over this fucking cough because it was very annoying and I fucking hated it for like the past couple days, or at least like the past like day or two that I've been trying to get over it. But whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and just chill in my room. I'll see you guys next video. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm out. Peace.